Hey guys, Yola Pypno-Crapanzano here, certified high performance coach. Welcome to the day 5 of my 5 to Thrive challenge. It's hard to believe, but we are at the last day of this online experience, and I cannot tell you how proud I am and how much I honor you for investing this time into your personal growth. Congratulations. So since we made it till the very end, I want to one last time ask you to eliminate all the distractions today. Shut the notifications, shut the doors, close the browsers. Be here, present and focused, because besides the lesson that I need to deliver today, I will also share with you a very special offer that will potentially change your life. So stay tuned. Before we start, I'd like to recap quickly what we talked about in the previous lessons. So in lesson number 1, we talked about clarity, how important it is to have that crystal clear vision, where we're heading, who we want to become, what we want to achieve. In lesson number 2, we talked about that energy and vitality and stamina that's necessary to bring us to those goals and dreams that we desire. In lesson number 3, we covered topic of courage, how important it is to be able to get out of that comfort zone, and break those glass ceilings and literally make those bold moves and courageous actions, again, to be able to go where we need to go, where we want to get. And finally, in the lesson on productivity, I talked to you about the importance of making clear goals, having them and plan all the action steps that are necessary to take to get to those goals. And then to be able to identify what's important and what's the time waster, what's the needle mover and what's a distraction. So my friends, all these topics are incredibly, incredibly important in high performance. But to reach that next level, we need one more element. And that element is another pillar of high performance that the world's greatest high performance have a lot of, and that's influence. Because think about it. World's greatest influencers, such as Mother Teresa or Martin Luther King, they had incredible amount of influence. They were able to capture souls and hearts and minds of millions of people. The masses were following them, believing in them, listening in them, doing whatever they told them to do. And how did they do that? What is actually influence? What does having influence mean? Well, let me answer you that question. It's like a definition almost, Having influence is an ability to shape other people's behaviors and beliefs just as we desire. And what does it really mean? Well, if we unpack it, it means that if we're able to do that, then people will do what we want them to do. They will follow us, they will believe us. They ultimately will do what we want, right? So they will buy from us more. They will give us at work like the promotions and projects that we asked for. We will be able to resolve all these different conflicts easier. And let's say in our personal life at home, we'll get the kids to listen to us better. So there's so many things we're actually going to achieve by having more influence. But there's one other aspect of it. If we actually learn how to influence others, we are also going to be able to teach them how to develop their own influence. We need to just understand them better, know what they are trying to achieve, and we can help them to develop influence as well. So what are the things that all influencers have in common? Well, there are 3 things. Number 1, all influencers teach us how to think. Number 2, they challenge us how to grow. And number 3, they actually role model the way. So they don't just talk, but they walk the talk. So if I asked you a question, who in your life, past or present, was the greatest influencer? Who had the most influence on you in your entire life? That could be in the past your parent, a teacher, a coach, or maybe currently your spouse, your colleague, your friend, or maybe your boss. Who is that one person? And if you identify that person, why? What is it about them that they're able to do it for you, that they influence you to the levels that you consider this as the largest amount of influence from everybody else? Well, if I think about this, in my personal life, the greatest influence on me had my parents. I was this fortunate human being to have two parents that loved me more than life itself. Limitless, infinite love I was basking in all my life. They showed me the life of integrity, hard work, great work ethic, sacrifices for family. And they created me who I am today. And for that, I'm super grateful. In my professional life, there would be one of my bosses who had this very unique way of influencing people by simply, quietly, and very warmly praising them for things that they'd done right. But at the same time, he had the ability to ask them to do other things for him, never demanding, never forcing to do things, but just nicely asking, and people would do anything for him. And finally, from that teacher mentor point of view, one of my greatest influencers is my mentor, Brendan Bouchard. He not only taught me how to think, all his mantras like bring the joy, honor the struggle, live, love, matter. Those were the ideas that he literally drained in my brain, and I live by them because I love them. But not only he taught me how to think, he also challenged me. He showed me how much more I can achieve in life. He showed me that impossible vision that I thought it was impossible. He showed me that there's so much more I can do in life. And all of this, my friends, all of this, from all these people, I picked whatever I thought was the most important, and now I apply this in my life, try to influence other people. So this is what you do. If you find the people that had the greatest influence on you, try to apply what worked for you by influencing others, and chances are that this will work for you as well. Because in life, to have that influence, we simply have to ask people to do certain things, right? And it's so hard that some people just don't ask. We need to learn how to ask, how to make that ask. And often people make that mistake that they just come to you and immediately ask without knowing who you are, what you're about. They don't even know how to ask you. But if you make an effort and you learn about these people you want to make that ask, what they think, what they desire, what they're about, what they want, what they need, if you get to know them, then it's easier to make that ask. And it's easier to actually truly understand them, and therefore the influence can be built. But there's one important thing. Before we ask, we need to first give. So we gotta give them something, right? We gotta give them an idea, a solution, a thought, perhaps an inspiration, a motivation, whatever. Only after we give something, then we can easy ask for something. And that's how the influence really materializes, right? And finally, if we ask for that thing that we want, if we give the thing that we can give them, we need to do one other thing. We need to really challenge them. Because only by challenging others and showing them the things that they are unable to see themselves, we're able to have the greatest influence in life. And that's something that really brings another thing to mind. In my work as a coach, that's my job actually. I look at a person as a client and I see him as this person with unlimited opportunities, with these possibilities that the client doesn't see to notice, because the client has limiting beliefs sometimes. The client has these experiences that perhaps make him think that he's unable to do certain things. And just like with that higher mind that tells us that we could do anything in life we want, coach is that person for you that sees what you don't see and is able to put the light on that path for you and show you that you really can get anywhere you want to be. And my friends, at the end of this program, I wanted to share something with you. Even though you probably learned some incredibly valuable tips and strategies, because after all, that was my goal, to share with you some of my best, as simplest way to immediately improve your life to the next level. But honestly, we just scratched the surface, my friends. We just scratched the surface. If you want to go deeper and go into this work of self-development and getting yourself to that level that you really never imagined possible, to live that most vibrant, happiest, joyful, fulfilled life that you really deserve and imagine, that you deserve and desire, then for this you need a little bit more work. And that work I offer in my coaching, high performance coaching with clients. And so far, I only offered this high ticket individual one-on-one coaching. And I often realize that even though it's unbelievable, it's amazing, some people simply couldn't afford it. So for the first time, drum roll, for this group, I wanted to offer my unbelievable first time ever group coaching experience that it's going to be amazing, because not only will deliver the same amount of value that individual coaching does, but also will be offered at a much lower price. So let me tell you about how high performance coaching, because some of you may not know what kind of coaching it is and why is it different than other types of coaching. So high performance coaching is the type of coaching that each session will deliver you a tangible result and outcome. It's not like you're going to come to a session and the coach will ask you, so how was your week? What did you work on? What's your plans for the next week? What's your limiting beliefs? What are you planning to achieve? Okay, well, and it's week after week after week, the same type of accountability session. That's not what high performance coaching is about. In this coaching, we are working every session on something that will improve you as a person and improve your life. And even if that 1 week you didn't have any wins regarding your personal goal, you will still get a win in some or another area of your life. So you always come feeling empowered, because eventually, if you improve all these areas in your life, you will reach the goals that you have. So that's the power of high performance coaching. And that's why this is the coaching that has the highest satisfaction rate in the whole entire world of coaching. It was measured by High Performance Institute. And guess what? Out of over 37,000 coaching sessions performed with clients from 170 countries all over the world, the satisfaction rating for high performance coaching is 9.6 out of 10, while other coachings are somewhere 5, maximum 6. So think about it, 9.6 out of 10. That is amazing. And that's what I so much love about this work, that every client I work with comes out of this process a changed person. I am a product of high performance coaching. I came to my biggest breakthroughs, my biggest insights, and the person who you see today is a product of high performance coaching. So, from the bottom of my heart, I would like to invite you to participate in the newest group coaching experience that I will offer for this group, Alice. Let me explain how it works. So, we will meet for 12 consecutive weeks for an hour and a half each week. And like I said, each week will be dedicated to a particular topic that will give you a tangible outcome. Each session will be consisting of a teaching part and then a coaching and Q&A part. What's amazing about it, you're not only learning from me and from your own breakthroughs, but also from that social learning from other people in the group. It is so important. They say that if you are the average of 5 people you surround yourself most often. So well, think about it. If for next 12 weeks you surround yourself by this like-minded people who, like yourself, want to grow, want to improve their life, and striving to be the best versions of themselves, look at the amazing transformations you're gonna get. My friends, thank you so very much for your time. I love you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart once again. Until we see each other in the coaching sessions, ciao.